All right, y'all, we're back for another one take episode of Amazing Dads. So, continue the series on what I was talking about with being that safe space for your children to come to. Um, it can be something as simple as being present. Be there. How much harder or how much easier can I say it? Be present. Be there. Be involved. It can be a little, repetitive, but it needs to be said because I think a lot of times with being a grown up, I understand being a parent. At times we get so invested or so consumed with our everyday lives that it may our mind may go into work. It may go into something that's outside the house that may be taking most of our time. It could be um, something that sometimes it could be something out of your control. Your car has been acting up and you're just so overly stressed out and overwhelmed about what you got going on that we tend to forget about the few things, not even a few things, it's more the important things that you have that are right there in front of us. And it could be taking a is somewhat of a toll on our children, and we don't value that time anymore as much as I feel like we should. And sometimes children just want us to be just to be present for them to express themselves in a unique way. They just want to show us something. It's like, hey, Dad, come check this out, man. I did so and so. And sometimes children just want that attention, that recognition. And if we don't give that to them at times, they can sometimes be negligent or even numb to the fact that, hey, I mean, I ain't gonna tell my parents or show them any of this because they're not going to care. And that's something that me as a father, I don't want my children to think that way of me. Especially because I don't want them to know that I'm not interested in what they are trying to show me, or I just don't care about it because it's not something that I want to know about, or I just don't care much for it because it's not affecting me in any way. And if you think about it, over time, it could affect you. You know what I mean? So it's like, I'll say it's like your child wants to show you something they did on the game or even something from school and they might have got some award or something like that, and you brush it off and it's like, yeah, 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 okay, right, right, whatever. And then your child notices that, hey, they don't care how I do in school, or they don't care that I may have made a basketball team, or I'm on a track team, or I might have broken this record, and they just don't care because sometimes parents can get so consumed in what they have going on that they don't care about anything else that's outside of that, out of that world. And it could come back and be like the one time you actually do try to ask that, hey, what happened with the thing you were trying to do? And then, your child is like, oh yeah, I didn't care too much for it because I didn't think that you would care, or I just didn't want to do it. And then now you're gonna think your child is lazy. You're gonna think that your child doesn't care about their stuff, where at the same time you didn't care. If you don't feed that same energy into what your child or what you're expecting out of your child, they're not going to put for that same energy into something that they're trying to do. So something I usually like to do with my children is, if they are really consumed into doing something, that whether it be in a game, something with school, or even something that sometimes they'll do some random activity stuff, and it's like, hey, Dad, come look and see what I did. I will take the time to actually acknowledge and see and tell them how good of a job they did. I don't care if it's the trashiest thing I might have seen in the world. I don't care if the thing is leaking of whatever stuff they might have used for it and it's dripping all over the floor. I'm like, hey, you did pretty good, man. But I made tell him, it's like, hey, but we can work on this to do a little bit better, okay? I don't want to tear him down and say like it was trash. I just want him to know that there's always room for improvement. We can always progress to do better. So I'm always trying to uplift and challenge my children as much as I can, just so that they're not stopping at the median, the mediocre. I'm trying to help them excel to a higher standard, so that I can pretty much put that on myself, as far as like, if I want them to achieve more, I should be looking to achieve more as well. So I'll say always look to be present for your children and helping them realize their true potential, because you don't want to be, have your head down all the time and focusing on everything that you got going on, and not taking the time to hold your head up and look around and enjoy the scenery, enjoy what is going on around you. You know, our children are capable of amazing things. We just have to make sure that we provide them with the proper resources, the proper teaching, the experiences, um, even, our own experiences, just so that they know that what might not have worked for us, they can learn from that and, try something different, or even use our experiences to help make their experience a better one. So always look and always, you know, uh, take the action to being there. You know, it's as simple as that. Be present and be there for your children, because I think that they will appreciate that more than whatever thing that you can buy for them: shoes, clothes, game systems, um, whatever it is that you may buy them. Spending that quality time with their parent, father, mom, siblings, that social interaction, it festers bonds that should be unbreakable, you know, and those things will last a lifetime, and we'll look to cherish those things for a lifetime. So I just want to leave with the simple statement and the purpose of this whole video: be there for your children. Until next time, y'all. Peace.